Hello, class. Welcome to Desktop Publishing, or DTP, Design Features. There's a list of terms that we need to know to get started um, for desktop publishing. Let's start with art. Art are illustrations or photographs used to convey meaning and add appeal. Balloons, a circle or a bubble enclosing copy in an illustration, often used in cartoons. Boys and girls, this is where we use the design principle proximity. You remember where we make sure that it's very close to the cartoon or the element so that it will appear that that element is speaking. Bleed, a print effect in which a color, object, or image appears to run off the edge of the page. We spoke about that before, boys and girls, where the print in reference to columns could appear in the columns, and that's something that we do not want to do. Bleed. Captions, a brief descriptive text accompanying an image or chart, can be in the form of a text box or a balloon. And here, boys and girls, this is the caption for this picture here. Soon we'll learn how to create our own captions. Drop cap, an enlarged character at the beginning of a paragraph. Drop below the line of text grabs the reader's attention. Also, not only could it be dropped below the line of text, but it also, boys and girls, could be in margin, where that large letter is sitting in the margin instead of dropped below the line of text. Running heads and footers. Running text at the top or the bottom of a document, also called a header, used for organizations, page numbers, date, author, running titles, and so on. You already used this, boys and girls, and that's when we put our information in the header or in the footer. Jump line. These are lines at the end of a document or of a continuing article that tells the reader which page to refer to for the rest of the article. Or in other words, just like in a newspaper, you'll see at the bottom that a particular story will continue on another page. That is called a jump line. Here's an example right here. Pull quotes. These are quotations taken directly from the body of the article, used to draw attention, often made larger than the body text. And where do we place these things, or placement? Sometimes they're between the columns with word wrap, and I know you all remember word wrap. We just keep on typing, the computer will move you to the next line when that line fills up. Or alone in a column surrounded by white space. Right justified in the last column, or beneath the headline as a deck. Rules. Horizontal or vertical lines that can be applied to a paragraph, a text box, an object in a publication. Sidebars. Square box filled with information related to the main story or to a completely separate article. Text box. Container for text that can be placed and formatted independently of other text. In other words, boys and girls, you could already have text on your page or on your document, and then you want to maybe place text someplace else on the document. You can use your text box to place that text anywhere else on your screen or on the document. Has borders that display when it is selected. Many have size handles that appear around the border to resize the box if needed. In other words, if you need to make that box larger, or for the text to be larger, whatever, you can resize it simply by drawing or clicking on these handles right here. Okay, and once you do that, then you can just drag the box to the size that you want it to be. Some have rotating handles that can be used to rotate the box. In fact, if you ever see that, boys and girls, normally that rotating handle is right above the center handle, and it has a half circle on it. And when you click on it, and then you can move that box. And when it says rotated, where this box, it will then be at an angle. Watermarks. A semi-transparent image in the background of printed materials. And it would look something like this, where the picture is it's like it's almost there, and your words are always over the picture. End marks. It's a symbol that indicates that the end of an article or of a news item. And we see this a lot in magazines or publications, sometimes in newspapers, but we really see this used a lot in magazines. And the symbols may vary. There's no one set standard symbol that's used. Reverse text. And this is an example of reverse text here. Text that is the opposite to what the reader is accustomed. For example, light text on a dark background. Often used in headlines to draw attention. And you see this a lot in magazines as well as newspapers. But we use this sparingly. Okay, thank you, boys and girls, and we will get a chance to do some of these features in our desktop publisher.